Welcome back to the homestead. Today I want to highlight one of our most unique varieties of peach that we grow here, and that is the red leaf Indian peach. That's this tree here. Makes these little fruit right here. And in the spring is probably when they are the most unique. That is when they have the most gorgeous pink flowers, complemented so well by these red leaves, and those are just absolutely gorgeous together. As the season progresses and the fruit continues to develop, you can see the stark contrast between the fruit and those leaves. You get these little green peaches growing alongside those red leaves, and just makes an absolutely gorgeous display, and it's really easy to see how big of a crop that you're going to get this year as well. And as the summer progresses, you generally do see the color of the leaves turn to this more of a dark green color. You can see on some of the new shoots how the color of the leaves does start off as that darker burgundy color, and it turns into that darker green as you get into some of the older leaves. Other than the gorgeous nature of this tree, and of course the fruit that it does give, the thing that makes it stand out as a really awesome asset to the homestead is that all of the different pits that fall down from these trees and go into the ground, the ones we don't get to, pretty much all of them, it seems, come up as little seedlings. So we've been using those to grow out a new orchard space, using those as rootstock to graft to. I've got some other videos on that I'll have links to in the description. But these have made an excellent rootstock choice for us because they just naturally want to grow so well in our clay soil. But instead of just boring you with all the things that we can do with the rootstock and new trees we can grow and all that, I'm going to go ahead and take you in. We're going to pick some of these and then cut them open and show you what the fruit looks like. So just doing a quick sorting of the peaches that I just gathered, you can see a lot of them fall into the category being about 1.5 inches diameter, some between 1.5 inches and 2 inches, and some just at or just above 2 inches. You don't really get bigger than that. And a lot of it really depends on how well I thin the branch. The branches that were thinned a lot more ended up having a larger size. There's definitely something to that. Ones that were in clusters together often fell into that 1.5 inch range. So if you want a bigger crop, certainly you're going to want to do some more thinning than I did. You could tell from how overloaded my branches were that that's not something that I did enough. You can also see from these, the ones that have blush here are ones that had more direct sunlight, so that definitely reddens them up quite a bit. Ones that were under branches have just more of that orangish yellow color. Go ahead and cut open a few of these and check out what they look like inside. I like to cut them right along the line there. Sometimes they just kind of split open the rest of the way for you though. Here's what you got here. It's a white fleshed peach. Gets a little bit of a yellow tint when it's ripe, and this one certainly is. Quite ripe, quite squishy. Quite excited about this actually. I'd actually say that's a little overripe for this. Certainly we're getting toward the end of the season for these, but still quite good. You can see that they do have a fairly proportional pit in here. So even though they are a smaller peach, they do have a smaller pit to go along with it. So there is more flesh than you might have thought before. If it were a more traditional peach, you might be looking at closer to here and almost no flesh to it. So they at least make up for it in that way. Cutting open one of these smaller ones here. Even smaller pit in here, along with this one. That one's quite a bit better. A little bit more firm, better juice. And sometimes I just take these and I'll just, nope, not going to work with this one. It's almost too ripe in that way. I can't split it like I like to. This is a little bit more firm of one here, so this might work. I just grab it here with the seam in between my fingers and tear. Nice easy way to open it. Great way to check for bugs. If there's going to be a bug, it's usually going to be right in here in the middle, squirming around under the pit. So it's a great easy way to check when you're outside and you just want to eat a bunch of them. Just keep ripping them open and making sure there's no bug and going for it. So this should be a pretty good one. That's about perfect. And you can see the pit from that smaller one I just ate is smaller than this pit, so it does seem to be proportional to the size of fruit that you get. And now the plan is I'm going to go ahead and go through all these, cut them in half, take out the pits, and we're going to freeze them. Probably use them in smoothies and just kind of whatever we want throughout the winter. So if you enjoy a good peach, don't let their size fool you. These are a great peach, and they have that gorgeous foliage in the spring and summer. So definitely a worthy addition to any property. If you guys enjoyed this video, you want to see more info on peaches, be sure and check out this video next. Thanks for watching.